With just recently being surprised by such an exciting sneak peek of the Season 3 opener of the Orville, with an onslaught of all the pew-pews, explosions, and danger a geeky man-child like myself could ever hope for. It looks so good! The preview was so deliciously overwhelming that there just wasn't time for deep analysis in the moment, because my fanboy cup runneth over. But after watching the Orville New Horizons preview hundreds of times by now, I finally calmed down just enough for my brain to say human words in what I hope will be a comprehensive manner so you can know that Orville show good so much. In the Season 3 opener, we're introduced to a huge battle between the Kalon and the Union, with Marcus running through the ship trying to make it back to his little brother Ty. Once he makes it home, they're both greeted by Isaac, who ends up being a monster. Oh no! Yes, the entire sequence appears to be a dream sequence. Being that Marcus is the star of the scene, we assume his character is the one having the dream. A great way to remind the audience that humanity is not only worried about the war with the Kalon, where all sentient biological life in the galaxy is at risk of annihilation, but the Union is worried about Isaac. In Season 2, we learned that Isaac was a Kalon spy the entire time. He was tasked with learning as much about humanity as possible and reporting his observations back to his android homeworld, so his people can decide whether humanity should be allowed to continue to exist or not. Personally, I think buying up all the toilet paper during a worldwide pandemic should be enough to render a verdict, but I guess the Kalon reserve judgment for a bit longer than I do.
Sharing bathroom supplies is not possible.
In a recent comment on one of my posts, Jonathan Perez stated that he thinks it actually could be Isaac having the dream. And with everything my mind already knows about the Orville, which is a lot, I instantly felt he was absolutely right. My mind was blown. It does make sense that Marcus could be having the dream. Isaac betrayed his family more than anyone, and Isaac meant more to his family than anyone else. Marcus was also part of the battle for Earth, when the Kalon took over the Orville and they all had to work together to take the ship back. It's safe to say Marcus is among thousands of people who have PTSD after that battle. The dream is a great analogy as to what themes will be coming up in Season 3, like Isaac not being trusted, waiting for the other shoe to drop, forgiveness, and I'm sure those themes will be coming up this season. But there's another theme that I think will be huge in New Horizons, a theme that leads me to believe that Isaac is the one actually having this dream, and that theme to me is empathy. First off, let's address the idea of an artificial life form even having the ability to dream. Is that part of Isaac's programming? I would say probably not. But how, JP? How is this possible? While I doubt Isaac was programmed with the ability to go to sleep and all of a sudden find himself giving a high school speech in front of the entire student body only to discover that he's completely naked, androids don't even wear clothes, you guys, except for when they do. One thing we do know about Isaac is that his programming is very adaptable. He actually became so accustomed to Claire that his programming adjusted itself to her, and he worked less efficiently when she wasn't part of his life. Like the artificial version of love. I do know that in the beginning of New Horizons, people do not like Isaac at all, and they don't feel comfortable because he betrayed the Union once. What if he can do it again? They don't trust him anymore. People want to feel comfortable that Isaac is on humanity's side. Isaac is going to have to prove he is trustworthy this season. I'm just calling it now. I'm sure he'll even have his own self-doubt as to whether he can be fully trusted. What if the Kalon just send another signal that deactivates him or overrides his circuits? In the Star Trek The Next Generation episode Phantasms, Mr. Data begins using a dream program and ends up having nightmares about his creator and is able to gain insight about himself. Oh, nice. I'll be right back, you guys. My cellular peptide cake is just being delivered by Grubhub. They better not forget the mint frosting this time. Another reason I think Isaac is the dreamer in the Season 3 opener is because a year or two ago, there was a rumored leak of some of the episode titles for this upcoming season. The first episode at the time was called Electric Sheep, which is obviously a reference to a 1968 sci-fi novel by Philip K. Dick. A novel that you might know by the name Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which was the basis for a little movie called Blade Runner. The novel is about a detective in the year 2021. Whoa, weird. Who is charged with destroying Nexus 6 androids who are forbidden on Earth. The androids are so advanced they're indistinguishable from humans. The only way to tell the difference is to give the androids a test to find out if they have empathy. I believe this will be a huge part of Isaac's journey this season. Does he have true empathy? Does he have the capability to see through someone else's eyes and understand what they're going through? If Isaac is the one having this dream, then he is empathizing with Marcus. He's empathizing with humanity. He's worried about Marcus and Ty's safety, and he's worried about how they see him. He doesn't want to be seen as a monster in their eyes. Some of the other themes Philip K. Dick's novel deals with that I think are relevant for Isaac, besides whether or not he's able to have empathy, is the question, what does it mean to be human? This is something that I think Isaac will be trying to understand for himself to improve. Do humans desire androids that are more robotic for the sake of their own self-worth as sentient beings with souls? Without that special quality, what's the purpose of being organic or being artificial? Isaac never wanted to be a human because he felt he was superior to biologicals. But has that changed, being that a life with humans seems to be his fate? In the Electric Sheep story, the idea of sharing in the emotions of others is unique to humanity. This is a statement from a character named Wilbur Mercer in the book. Wait a minute, the guy's name is Mercer? Just like Captain Mercer? And his first name is Wilbur? Just like Wilbur Wright, who created the first airplane with his brother Orville? What? Oh no, never mind. Captain Mercer was actually named after Seth MacFarlane's aunt, Ellie Sager Mercer, who wrote a book called The Words That Went Unspoken. Pick it up now on Amazon Kindle. I know Isaac has a huge story arc this season, and I believe his journey begins with empathy. Click on things if you want to send our YouTube overlords a cue to spread this video around. And if you want to learn more about other possible Season 3 episode titles, click on this video right here. I'll see you very soon, and I hope all your times are Orville-tastic fun times. Love you, bye-bye!